Hello, my name is Carole Klingler, and I am a founder and CEO for Life, a dementia-friendly foundation. Life offers 6 memory cafes, 5 are right here in Lorain County, and Wellington has one of those Lorain County locations right here at New Life Assembly of God Church at 108 West Street. We meet every Monday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and lunch is provided. People can come and go as they please. Life is a 501c3 nonprofit, and although we are not a member of the church donates space to us. Due to the rich community supports we receive, we are able to offer our programs at no cost to caregivers or participants. The month of February is a time to share love and think about our heart. This month, Life's Memory Cafe is kicking off a campaign that's called Loving Life, where we ask the community to help support our memory cafes with the goal of continuing to offer free services. Our website is dflife.org, where people can donate, and our mailing address is P.O. Box 117, Oberlin, Ohio 44074. Life's mission of faith is to partner with anyone touched by dementia and offer resources, education, and engaging activities which promote and improve the quality of life for the participant and the caregiver. I'm also an RN BSN and a member of Thrive Southern Lorain County. Thrive Southern Lorain County is a collaborative funded by United Way of Greater Lorain County, whose goals are to reduce the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity in the region, all of which can impact the heart and the brain. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about what's good for the heart is good for the brain. According to the American Heart Association, while heart disease remains the #1 cause of death worldwide, diseases of the brain, especially Alzheimer's disease and related dementias, are substantially increasing. And they are often associated with many of the same risk factors that cause heart disease, including high blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, and tobacco use. Gender, racial, and ethnical disparities also are prevalent among people who have poor brain health, just as they are with poor heart health. In Ohio, dementia is the 6th leading cause of death. So what can we do to help us improve our chances of having a healthy brain? Even if you are currently experiencing memory issues, it's not too late to improve brain health. And I just want to say that again, even if you are currently experiencing memory issues, it's not too late to improve brain health by doing some of the following activities. So #1 is exercise, especially walking at a brisk pace and exercising for about 150 minutes per week. And exercise is beneficial to the brain because dementia is caused by neurodegeneration, the damage and death of the brain's neurons. Depending on the type of neurons and brain regions affected, we get the form of dementia, or the forms differ. Dementia itself is not a diagnosis but a syndrome. There are many types of dementia, including Alzheimer's dementia, Lewy bodies dementia, vascular dementia, traumatic brain injury dementia, and some of the references state that there are up to 200 reasons why a person might have a certain type of dementia. At our memory cafes, we always encourage opportunities for exercise. As your heart rate increases during exercise, the blood flow to the brain increases. As blood flow increases, your brain is exposed to more oxygen and nutrients. Exercise also induces the release of beneficial proteins in the brain. These nourishing proteins keep brain cells, also known as neurons, healthy and promote the growth of new neurons. Neurons are the working building blocks of the brain. As a result, individual neuron health is important to overall brain health. Also, we can look at diet. Maintaining a healthy weight helps the heart and the brain. And eating heart-healthy diets such as the Mediterranean diet, which consists of 4 or 5 servings of fruits and veggies daily, or the MIND, M-I-N-D diet, which stands for the Mediterranean-Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay, can also be beneficial for many reasons. The MIND diet encourages eating green leafy vegetables, aiming for 6 or more servings per week. including kale, spinach, cooked greens, and salad. And they also suggest you eat all other vegetables, trying to eat other vegetables that are in addition to the green leafy vegetables at least once a day, but avoiding the non-starchy, or it's best to choose non-starchy vegetables because they provide a lot of nutrients and a low number of calories. Also, it's encouraged to eat berries at least twice a week for the antioxidant benefit. Nuts, it doesn't specify what type, but a variety of nuts, 5 or more servings of nuts each week. Using olive oil as your main source of cooking oil. Whole grains for at least 3 servings daily, including brown rice, oatmeal, whole wheat pasta, and 100% whole wheat bread. Fish once per week for their high amounts of omega-3 acid, particularly salmon, sardines, trout, tuna, and mackerel. Beans of any type. Poultry such as chicken and turkey at least twice a week, and avoiding fried chicken. And then I think right now we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back after we have a word from our sponsor.
We're here at the Westbrook Apothecary with Nicole, the Witch of Longton. Are you okay with being called that?
Absolutely. Historically speaking, anytime a woman has taken control of her life and her destiny, she's been called a witch or worse. So I'm good with it. Bring it on.
That's awesome. Can you tell us a bit about what you sell here?
I have a lot of things that are for self-care, women's empowerment, and to help you create sacred space both within yourself and within your home.
Please visit Westbrook Apothecary. You'll be glad you did. Other things I want to talk about are foods to avoid, especially with the MIND diet. So alcohol, a lot of times there's permission to have like 1 glass of wine, but that's really kind of still out there. There's a lot of evidence that says alcohol is toxic to the brain, so I'm going to say avoid alcohol even though a lot of diets permit it. Butter and margarine, try to eat less than 1 tablespoon per day. Cheese was only recommended to be eaten less than once per week. Red meat, no more than 3 servings per week, and that includes beef, pork, and lamb, and any products that are made from those meats. And again, the fried foods are to be avoided, especially from fast food restaurants. And then pastries and sweets, these would include the processed snack foods, including ice cream, cookies, brownies, but they actually just say to limit it to no more than 3 or 4 times per week. Researchers encourage limiting your consumption of these foods because they contain saturated and trans fats, which can raise your LDL or your bad cholesterol and increase the risk of inflammation in the body. And we're learning so much more about inflammation. Inflammation has long been thought to be a side effect of some dementias such as Alzheimer's, as the body ramps up its immune system in response to the disease. But recent research has confirmed that inflammation actually contributes to the disease process. One clue was a report that people treated with anti-inflammatory drugs for arthritis had a lower incidence of Alzheimer's, and this has been backed up now by large genetic studies. Normally, the brain's inflammatory cells help to prevent damaging buildup of amyloid beta by clearing it away, and it's thought that that mutations in inflammatory genes hamper this process. Inflation is a sign of the immune system kicking into gear, and the initial stages of the disease, this is thought to be beneficial. However, in the case of Alzheimer's, when the disease becomes more advanced, chronic inflammation can set in and add to the toxic insult to the brain. The brain's immune response to inflammation is therefore believed to play 2 critical roles in developing Alzheimer's disease. Lifestyle factors that help to reduce stress are also beneficial to the heart and to the brain. Getting a good night's sleep, although it's not totally understood why inadequate sleep increases your dementia risk, one possible reason relates to the deposit of the Alzheimer's protein beta amyloid again. Beta amyloid is the protein that clusters and clumps together to form Alzheimer's plaques. No one is completely certain what its normal function is, although there is increasing evidence it's involved in the brain's defense against invading organisms, which in turn causes inflammation. So during the day, we all make up some of this beta amyloid protein in the brain, but when we sleep, brain cells and their connections actually shrink. This shrinking allows for more space between the brain cells so that beta amyloid and other substances that accumulate during the day can be flushed away. Another thing to consider is vitamin D and sunlight. They are so important. Background sunlight exposure and high vitamin D status has been hypothesized to reduce the risk of developing dementia. And we know having healthy exposure to natural light during the daytime can also help us sleep better at night. Then when you look at relationships, positive relationships and social engagement have been shown to protect cognition. At our memory cafes, we encourage socialization and relationship building. Often when someone is living with dementia, friends and family may avoid them out of fear of how to respond or not knowing what to say or do. We strive to make our memory cafes safe, friendly places for everyone to enjoy and feel welcome. We offer many opportunities for intergenerational programs such as student engagement from Lorain County Joint Vocational School, Oberlin College, EHOVI, and local high school and elementary schools. Most of our memory cafes offer opportunities for pet therapy. And pet therapy has been known to offer fantastic effects on a person with dementia due to the calming nature of animals. Animals can be quite soothing and can help a person with dementia communicate, speak, and articulate themselves better when they're feeling comfortable. Petting an animal can also lower blood pressure and release endorphins that are positive in nature. And then there's music. Researchers at the University of Maryland found that when people listened to music that made them feel good, they had better blood flow, which is good for your heart and blood vessels. Music can help during stroke recovery. We also find music helpful to people with memory loss because music is stored in the part of the brain where feelings are stored. Often, we find that people who do not talk much will sing and then be able to talk much better for quite a while after. And also I want to just say a word about caregiver stress, because caregiver stress is the physical and emotional strain that results from providing continuous care for another person. When this stress is prolonged, it can cause serious physical and mental health problems for those providing that care. Negative stress is not good for the heart or the brain, and our memory cafes seek ways to reduce caregiver stress through peer support, education, professional support, and respite opportunities. And lastly, I just want you to know that if you join us at a memory cafe, you'll find support, education, engaging activities, exercise, music, and opportunities to socialize and to stimulate your brain and to warm your heart. So please join us.